Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if it's your first time here. My name is Taylor. I'm a small makeup artist, enthusiast, influencer, content creator. I go by Tay-Rex Mua over on Instagram and TikTok, and I do try to post like daily content on both those platforms. I've kind of been lacking on the YouTube front. I just haven't really felt like sitting down and recording a full video. I have been doing quite a few little like talking, get to know me, chat videos over on my TikTok. So if you would like to get to know me or hear about any life updates, definitely go follow me on TikTok and check out those videos. So I have a pretty cool idea for a makeup look. I was talking about it with my husband last night. He thought it was neat too. So that's what I'm going to try. I am just taking some of my Glow Recipe Guava Vitamin C Bright Eye Gel Cream. My eyes feel a little dry and tired. I was cleaning earlier and I kicked up like a bunch of dust, so I'm going to let that sit for just a minute and soak in. As I could pop a little sneaky peek of the look right here. That is what we are aspiring to today. I'll put my headband on. I already did some skincare. I used my Dr. Dennis Gross Daily Peels, and I think I'm just going to kind of leave my skin as is. I don't really feel like I need moisturizer right now. I did my under eye cream, and I want to do my brows really quick before I do my eyeshadow. My brow routine doesn't really change that much. I've shown it a few times, but just in case I have any new people watching, feel free to hit that subscribe button, by the way. I will go ahead and do my brows on camera. I'm just taking a brush and picking up some of the product from my Allrose Beauty stamp thing. I don't like to use the stencils. I'll say it all the time. I don't even care. I don't like them. But I like the pomade. So I just take some on my brush and just sort of fill in my brows. Not like anything too crazy, just a nice natural looking brow. Place the product in and brush it through, and then if I feel like I need to, which I almost always feel like I need to just because of my perfectionist ways, I will take a Q-tip. I just restocked my Q-tip drawer yesterday. I should have recorded it. It was so satisfying. And I just clean up right around the brow. And then we'll pop some brow gel on later. But like, look at that difference. That took like 30 seconds. I did the other brow off camera. I'm going to go in with my Glamlite white eyeshadow base today because I kind of just want... I'm basically not planning on, I mean, you saw the picture, so you know I'm not planning on doing really a crazy eyeshadow look. I just want to keep it kind of basic. Imagine that I end up doing something completely different than what I think I'm going to show, and this is all pointless. No, I'm kidding. When I have a look in mind, like something I really want to do, something I've thought out, I usually do it basically exactly how I see it in my head, and sometimes that is my downfall because I'll get really frustrated if things don't go as planned. I feel like when I sit down and just start throwing things on my face without thinking about it, that is when I come up with some of the best looks. One of my most recent looks I've done was that exact situation. I just sat down and grabbed the Michaela Glamlite palette and started doing makeup. You can see that over on my Instagram. It was a really fun look. I felt so pretty. So I'm just going to let this dry down, and I'm going to keep tapping in the little crease area where it tends to separate. And once that's done, I'll start my eyeshadow, and it's going to be so fun. Alright, it's dried down enough for me to work with. I'm going to take this big giant brush and go into the white in my Avani Gregg Morphe palette and just start tapping that all over. It's not really like pure white because other shadows have kind of gotten into it, but I just kind of want to put it down as like my base basically. I'm just gonna tap it all over, essentially sort of setting the primer, even though you really don't have to set eyeshadow primer. If it were concealer, yes. And I wish I still had my white concealer, but I don't. That'll just make sure that there's no more creasing and stuff as well. I'm going to take this kind of dense but still sort of fluffy brush and pop into the gray. I just want to get a little on the tip of my brush. And I'm just going to use that to add a little dimension through the crease. I'm really excited about this. It's going to test my skill a little bit. Liner usually does, but I feel like it's just such a fun and creative look. Bring this down over the lid a little. Basically, just like I said, trying to add a little dimension to the lid. I feel like the quality of the Avani Gregg palette is just not there. Like, I only have 3 Morphe palettes. One is the Jeffree Star Artistry, one is the Lisa Frank, and then I have the Avani Gregg. And I really loved the Jeffree Star Artistry palette. I mean, I still love it. I just don't use it that often. And then I love the Lisa Frank palette, but I feel like the Avani Gregg palette just, like, kind of sucks. The activated liners are not that good. And the shadows are, like, pigmented and they blend okay, but a lot of times they're, like, kind of patchy. And I know it's not just, like, me. I use this palette so much. This gray is blending out so nicely. And I will say that the black eyeshadow in this palette is one of my most favorite black eyeshadow palettes. It's just like, I don't care for this palette that much. I found it at TJ Maxx. Glad I picked it up, but I wouldn't recommend it. Now, I am very, very low on setting spray, so I really hope this goes well and as planned. I'm sure I could use regular water, but I prefer to use setting spray when I do water activated liners. It's just, in my opinion, better. I've got my Allura Cosmetics UV Neon palette. I'm going to give it a couple spritzes, mainly trying to hit the yellow and get my really thin brush in there. I want to try to keep the line thin through here, but then really thicken it up. Like, it needs to be a thick boy. Let's hope I can do something similar on the other side. I like symmetry. That was kind of stressful. This liner is like really great to work with though. It is smooth. It applies nicely. My eye was watering just way too bad, so I'm gonna repeat the process and try to get this back on track. Alright, alright, I managed to fix it. It's smearing a little bit in places, but I really don't care because I'm going to add more to it. So I'm going to kind of just let that dry for a minute, and I'm going to start working on my lower lash line. I'm going to clean up around this other eye really fast. I do not believe that I can actually write caution all over my, I just can't. So I'm just kind of making little scribbly, trying to make it look like letters. Unfortunately, this isn't the best eyeliner to use. It's caution tape. I don't know if that's really coming across, but that's what it's supposed to be. And this is going to be the fun part. I'm going to take this brush here, and I'm just using water instead of setting spray for this because I want it to be a little like runny. I'm getting into the red water activated liner from the Avani Greg palette. I'm going to go. Oh, you know what? I kind of wanted this to be like more, there we go, splotchy looking. Like I thought maybe if I use this brush and like stamped it, but apparently it doesn't want to do what I want it to do. And basically I'm getting the water activated liner really wet so it will like drip. I want to try to only keep it above my eye for now, and then once I have my base on, I'll do more. And there's gonna be parts where like there, it's like transferring into my crease, so I'll just do this. See, that's kind of what I want to happen once I have my base and everything on. I just thought this was like a cool idea. I haven't seen anyone do a look quite like this yet, so I'm hoping that... I always worry that I'm like somehow copying someone, but then it's like, how can you copy a look you haven't really even seen yet? Like maybe someone's done some like this, but I haven't seen it yet. Okay, well that's drying. I am going to start trying to do lashes and primer. I got this primer. It's the Sea Bright from e.l.f. I do want to do a TikTok video on this, trying it out. So unfortunately, I won't be trying it out on here. But if you want to see that video, go check out my TikTok. I'll let you know how I like it when I come back. But I'm not going to do that yet. I'm going to do some lashes first. I think I've been thinking about this for like 10 minutes now. I have these lashes from Let's Slay Cosmetics in the style Slasher, and I think that will work perfectly with this. So I'm first going to go in with just a little of the Kush mascara from Milk. Alright, I do have the primer on my face. I did my video for TikTok. I think so far I really like it. I haven't met a e.l.f. putty primer that I haven't liked. My favorite is the acne fighting one. Who knows, maybe this one will take its place. I'm gonna glue my lashes and let them sit for a minute to let the glue get tacky. So I used the Duo lash glue on my actual lashes, but then I also like to take a little bit of the SheGlam lash glue and pop just a tiny bit in the inner and outer corner just for some extra hold. I try to kind of line them up with the outer corner and then plop them down. I know a lot of people like to go from the center, but I don't trim my lashes because I usually don't need to. So I like to try and keep it. There we go. I'm gonna grab my lash tweezers and just sort of squeeze these a little closer together. I love when that happens. Sometimes I struggle. Oh no. Oh no. Sometimes that happens. I hate when it happens, but I can't even tell you how many times my lash tweezers have stuck to my glue and pulled them off. Honestly, that might have been meant to be because they went on like way better. That time I don't even have to adjust them that well. That much, I mean. I don't have to adjust them that much. Alright, time to move on to base. I'm going to go in with a little bit of my orange concealer to color correct these dark circles. I'm going to give that a second to warm up. And then I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. concealer. And it's going to be the same thing. I'm going to just let it sit for a minute so it can kind of warm up. People always say to do that, and I feel like I've never really done it before, so now's the time to try. Cover up that. Alright, and start to blend that in. I'm going to work on all my blemishes first and then do under my eyes. Normally wouldn't do this. I always wait till I have my foundation on, but I am going to set under my eyes just a little bit because I don't want my under eyes to be like dry when I do the rest of my look. I tapped into my Fenty setting powder and then I'm kind of using like the nubs of the protector to pop some of the powder off. And I'm just gonna lightly set this concealer. I'm actually gonna set all the concealer. I don't really want to brush it off. I'm just gonna tap it in until it disappears. I'm going to use my Skinfinite Hydrating Foundation from SheGlam today. Let's pop some on the back of my hand. This is one of my favorite foundations. I just ordered some more, as well as the Skinfluencer Balm. I'm very excited to try that. I don't really have many contour products at the moment. I have a little bit of my Fenty Matchstick. I did order some more contour product from SheGlam. So I am just going to use some bronzer today. No contour. I'm using my Iconic London. I'm pretty sure this is going to last me the rest of my life. I have had it for ever and I use it frequently. I am going to try to use like my bronzer placement to sort of contour my face as well. Sometimes I contour and bronze at the same time, like one on top of the other, and I honestly love how that ends up looking. I'm hoping I can kind of create the same effect with just my bronzer. I need a mirror. I'm going to grab a smaller brush so I can get the area around my lip. Blend out my nose more. Okay, I guess that's okay. I'm also going to pop into my Be Perfect bronzer contour palette so that I can get this darkest shade here. And I'm going to use that mainly just right here. Just really darken this area underneath my chin. And then I'm going to take whatever's left on the brush and sweep it right there. Kind of add a little bit of a contour. I am going to use my blending brush to blend this out. Those are on my nose because I'm just like not liking that. Blend these together. Perfection. Since I'm in the neighborhood, I'm also going to grab my Be Perfect blush palette. I am going to just take a little tiny bit of the yellow blush and pop it up here on the upper part of my face. Ooh, that's pretty. I love this blush. I never knew how much I needed yellow blush until I got this palette. And then I'm going to take Offering, which is a pretty shimmery shade. And I'm basically going to top that and bring it down. I think I'll just use the highlighter in this palette too, since I'm here. Honestly, this blush, you don't even need highlighter when you use it. Like, look at that. That's just the Offering blush. Grab my blending brush again and just kind of blend that in. And then I am going to use a brush for highlighter. I normally just use my finger, but I feel like this highlighter is going to be intense. I'm taking Charm. And that is like a kind of peachy highlighter. Lotus in this palette used to be my absolute favorite until I got the Glamlite Michaela original highlighter. And though I don't need it, got a little here. Let's be a little more concentrated. There we go. I'm using a little bit of the highlighter on my fingers because I'm basically going to cover my face up with some more eyeshadow, eyeliner, whatever. So I want to make sure that it's really bright. Need to finish up my eyebrows. I'm just going to use my Ulta Beauty brow gel. I'm so excited. I don't know what I'm going to do for a lip yet, but I think I'll probably do a red lip just to kind of go with the blood red theme. I feel like my complexion looks like freaking perfect right now. Not to be conceited or anything, but yes. Alright, I am going to smoke out this bottom lash line a little bit more, spray my face with some setting spray, and then we're going to get to the other fun part. Okay, so I smoked out the bottom lash line, added more mascara. I did go ahead and throw on some lipstick. I just used the Jen Atkin e.l.f. Lip Duo, and then I threw some of this ColourPop lip stain on top just to give it some shine and kind of keep it, like, make it last, I guess. I'm basically just going to put the finishing touches on it. I'm going to take that same brush I was using before and you just kind of start dotting it under my eye and hope it drips down. If not, then I'll start drawing little drips down. I'm definitely going to have to take this makeup off before my little baby niece gets here because it'll probably freak her out. Alright, it's not really dripping, so I'm just going to do like little... I don't want it to be too runny and drip all the way down my face, so that's a big part of my thing here. I love how thick it looks though, because it does look pretty blood-like. I'm also going to add some more up here just to give it some more, like, some of these spots aren't really dark, it's just like kind of like in here where it really smeared. This is intense. Alright. Oh, I really feel like this is going to be the finished look. I don't really know if there's anything else I want to add. If you guys enjoyed this video, do not forget to like and subscribe. Follow me over on my other socials. I will be posting a few transition videos and stuff like that for this look. Pictures will be up on Instagram. I hope you guys have a really great day and enjoyed this look. It's probably some of my best work.